Hello, and welcome to 2019 with me, Helene, and Cabin Fever Crochet. Yes, indeed, it is a brand new year, and I hope yours is starting off nicely. I wish everyone the best of happiness and health. So tell me, what did you do to start yours off, to ring it in? Did you stay home, go out, to get together with anyone? And, in my book, even if you hung out at home with yourself and a ball of yarn, any day playing with some yarn is a good reason to celebrate. um, well, before we get started, I give you the lowdown and details of the giveaway. I just wanted to chat real quick about a couple of things, upcoming ideas and places we'll be going this spring and summer. And I hope you like excursions, because I really do, and I'm an outdoorsy kind of gal, and anytime I can be outside in the fresh air and sunshine, that's where I will be filming. And we'll be doing Yarn on the Lake, because there are several around here, one in particular that I just love and go to as often as possible. It's a hidden gem, peaceful, lovely, nice little shady, grassy spot. And maybe by then I'll even come up with another tutorial or two, but at the least I'll have the usual show and tell, and just to mix it up, do a little something different, change of pace. And secondly, I just wanted to let you know that kind of a heads up that I'll be I'll be putting out now and then some non-crochet yarn related videos. It might not be something you'd normally seek out on YouTube or think of to watch, but if you see it pop up, I certainly hope you'll stop by and check it out. Who knows, maybe that's something that might interest you also. Just some different things that I do and that I'm into. Okay, so that is it. Let's get to the giveaway. All right, so the details are, of course, you need to be a subscriber and leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, if you leave more than one comment, that's okay if you have more things to say, but I will be using a random comment picker, which picks from the pool of one comment per person so that it's fair across the board for everybody. And it will be open for 2 weeks, ending Tuesday, January 15th, and I'll upload the winner, the recipient, within a couple of days after that. Just give myself a little leeway, because you know how it goes. Sometimes things in life come up that take priority, and just have to deal with that first. Oh, no pressure here. And let's see, okay, yes, and it's open to the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, and to Canada. I'll leave it open to my Canadian friends, because I feel like, you're kind of like my neighbors, and close in geographically anyway, and so there we go. And to show you what is included, one little thing I would like to say is that I hope that everyone that is here and that's new, and everyone that's new and joining, is here because they want to be, they like what I have to present and offer, besides just being here hoping to win something, but I will leave that up to your own good conscience. Okay, so now for the good stuff. This is going back to the last couple of videos with that Zeens and Roger Chevron cowl, and because several people had commented, this is popping out of its skein. It wants to be set free and be created into something special. So some people said, they wanted to make it, they were in the process of or already did. And thank you. I'm so glad that tutorial, the almost seamless. I just tore the label on this one. I'll fix that for you. Oh no. so sad. Okay. So that's why I chose this yarn in case you would like to use it. I think it would be perfect for it. It is the Loops and Threads Madrid. There's 7 ounces, 350 yards. It is considered a 5 bulky, but I'd say it's a light number 5 chunky weight, in my opinion. It is a a gentle roving yarn. This lighting I started when it was still daylight, but I lost it fast, and unfortunately, yeah, the colors aren't showing out as true to color. It is more teal, like a sea green, and it's mixed with a really pretty. This is not navy; it's a violet blue, and there's marled bits of like a berry, a grape color in there. And it goes with, you will have 12 ounces total to work with, so you can make a set, a cowl and a hat set. You could make the cowl more narrow and long, just, it's going to be your yarn. Do whatever you want to do with it. It's just, this is my idea and suggestion, and if this is what would work, this is how I personally would work it. But looking at this, surprisingly in person, I think that this will work together quite well as a contrasting yarn. And even though they are 2 different yarns and really 2 different weights, this is a number 4 worsted. If you use this as your main body and this is your separating yarn, as long as you're even with your stitches, I think it'll work out just fine. And I think because of the little bits of the color mixed in here, I think it's going to bring that brightness out of it. It's going to give you more depth and dimension, having a bit of contrasting, but they're both still rich, the same richness and tone. And I think it'll give you more that appearance of highs and lows in your work. And that Madrid yarn, did I say that? This is the Red Heart Soft, and this is the Madrid yarn. It's a gentle gradient yarn, so that's also why with that other color, that will separate this and give it more definition so the pattern stays out. And I would stick with, because you get majority of this with the body of your work, and you can decide which for your trim, and that's also going to depend on how long it is too, your finished piece, and how wide you want your border. So you have to decide if you have enough of the Red Heart left for that, but there is plenty of yarn there to play around with. And I used a J hook, and because so, I am also including this lovely bamboo hook. And even though the shaft is narrow, it's comfortable, the yarn glides through, fairly even stitches, and this wood is so sleek, there's not a catch anywhere in it. And even if you're good on your J hooks or any of your hooks, and you prefer those, I think this would make a useful little tool, because if you can see that, how pointy the tip is and how it graduates from fat to it really tapers quite a bit at the tip. So I think it be used as a tool for even a couple of sizes, 1 or 2 sizes down or up from this in this way. So how you're working back and forth, you get to your end, and some of those last stitches can be really tight and hard to get through before you chain up and then work your way back the other side. So most of my hooks have more of a rounded tip, and they can be hard to get in. Sometimes I work my fingernail, but it can kind of catch the yarn or stretch it out in a weird way sometimes, and sometimes it can be hard on the hands. Not everybody has fingernails either. So what I'm saying is you could just use this because it's a hook, so it has the natural shape without stretching out your yarn in a weird way. I think you could just have this set aside and poke it through to get it started for you, so that you can get your regular hook through. I don't know. It's just an idea. But this is just printed. The marking is just printed on the outside. It'll probably wear off eventually. Sorry about that. This has decorative grooves here, but they're smooth. It's very comfortable. It's pretty long one. So if you have long hands like me, that should be really comfortable to work with because you have enough to grip, and probably why I can work with that. So you have this bamboo hook included. It came with the set. I wound up with 2 of them, and I wanted to share and pass that along. Okay, so a couple more things. This tea, which I already gifted to someone, and if you happen to be watching, you know that I like it so much that I wanted to share it again here also. So this is my new wintertime favorite. It's by Good Earth, sweet and spicy, organic caffeine-free tea, and it's just a beautiful blend. It's more than just your basic orange cinnamon. It just has a lot of flavors and depth and body to it. And I've been drinking it every single day, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I do. And the tea itself is organic rooibos, R-O-O-I-B-O-S. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Rooibos. It's hard to get all the lips around there. It has cinnamon and orange, a little peppermint, chamomile, lemongrass. Interesting. And sometimes I would think, oh, I don't know how all those flavors would really work, especially adding the lemongrass, but surprisingly nice and does have a little spice to it. But I find it just warm and cozy and very nice in the evenings. And the last item is a real specialty item, and it is from our region and neighboring regions as well. First, I want to show you this fun, happy New Year packaging. Look at that, and the pink and purple stars. Woohoo! Happy New Year! And it's a little under half a pound, 7 ounces of wild Montana huckleberry truffles. And the company is Larchwood Farms, and it says Montana. However, they are wild. They're sustainably picked from local pickers and distributors in Idaho, Montana, and Washington State. And the huckleberries, they grow from anywhere from 2,000 to 11,000 feet, but I've heard the best ones are between 4,000 and 5,000 feet above sea level. And the harvesting picking time is only like August to maybe mid-ish, August, September. And it's not an easy task to get to, and the pickers have to be extra careful because the bear really like them too. Yeah, the guy at our local farmer's market, he said he was picking, he comes and he sells them by the quart and up to a gallon. And he said he was picking, and he looked over and there was a mama and baby bear having their little snacks too. He's like, okay, I think I'll just get my huckleberries and call it a day. Anyhow, it's called mixed because there are 3 different chocolate flavors. The center's all the same, but you have white chocolate, milk, and dark. I forgot which one is which, so that'll be a little surprise to you. Well, you'll know when you open each one, but anyway, it has very nice ingredients. There's no corn syrup, no artificial dyes. The sweetener is organic brown rice syrup and organic sugar. Cane sugar. There is coconut oil in it, but there are no sulfites, so you don't have to worry about that as far as allergies go. And yeah, huckleberries and chocolate cocoa. So there you go. Just a little something from me to you that I hope that you will enjoy. So that is it. And yeah. Stay well, stay cozy, and until next time, Happy New Year.